'cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay, 'cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency, a message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck.
I'm telling you, Hunter, best movie I've seen in the past 20 years, for sure. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so I have to check it out.
definitely.
Hey, can I ask you one last question?
Of course, shoot.
So you grew up in Illinois, about a couple hours outside Chicago, right?
Right.
And I know you're too young to have watched Jordan's Bulls in the moment, but I was wondering, how has his legacy affected you as you developed into the player you are today?
MJ's legacy. Man, if you're a hooper from Illinois, that shadow that he casts, it follows you everywhere.
I felt bad, yeah.
Yeah, people, they still talking about looking for the next MJ, like LeBron never happened.
Still, being from Chicago, that's a pretty heavy burden trying to live up to that.
It is, and it isn't, I don't put pressure on myself for results. I put pressure on myself to work. If I put in as much work as possible, I'll live with whatever happens.
So you're not trying to one-up the GOAT?
Oh, nah, man. I'm trying to learn from him. How he continued to evolve as a player, how he balanced taking over a game and still keeping his teammates involved. Do I think that I have greatness? Of course. But it's not about comparing myself to MJ. It's about maximizing my gifts and my talents and using them in a way that leads to us winning more games. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, winning games. And that's what I hope to do here.
Nicely done. I can see that media training is paying off.
I was just honest, mostly.
But you didn't give them any bulletin board material, okay? It shows maturity and restraint. Look, I get it. Tooting your own horn feels really good when you've earned it the way you have. But you know what? The real pros, they let their game do the talking.
MJ did not hold back on saying bold statements.
But you're thinking MJ once he was MJ. He didn't come into the league talking like that. And you know why? Because that sort of thing doesn't fly when your teammates don't know if you can back it up.
All right, that makes sense.
Good.
I hear you, Don.
All right. Now they're ready to take some photographs, and it sounds like they're considering you for the cover.
Okay, that's what's up. So, you got any advice for me?
Pose in a way that reflects your public persona, okay? You know a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Okay.
Why don't you head over there now? They're all set up for you.
Thank you as always.
Good luck.
Thank you.
MP, huge fan.
What's up, man? How you doing? You
Good.
right?
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, this is what we'll be shooting today.
All right. You stand right here?
Right there. See some of your best poses.
All right, man.
Oh, that's the magic right there. Yep. Hold that. Perfect.
All right,
We got all we need.
Cool. Hey, you know when this issue comes out, man?
I don't know the exact date, but follow us on social, and it'll be up there first.
All right, I got you, man. Thanks.
All right, MP.
Yep.
He about to tear the roof off.
MP, let's bring it tonight.
get ready to light it up tonight.
I gotta get up early tomorrow to wait in line for some barbecue. No overtime tonight, okay?
Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room, until they get to the league.
Right, of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you, you want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
Okay, that makes sense.
This team is a meritocracy. You get the minutes you earn. Nothing's given. It doesn't matter what your draft position is or how much you're getting paid. You get it done out there on the court, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
So just so I'm clear, how do you make that decision? Like, will you let me know when I've done enough to become a starter?
Yeah, we've got some milestones we want to see you hit. You hit them, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much appreciated, Coach.
Good. Now get ready. It's almost game time.
All right. I'll see you later, Coach.
See you.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Yeah, not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. Hey, that seemed fair.
Yeah, it's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but you know only starters get endorsement deals, right?
I already know. You know, dudes on the bench ain't getting no shoe deal.
They're not. Not right now, but that day will come.
Okay.
For right now, let's just take this in. We in the league. I mean, you ever visualize something like this?
You know what, P, man? I never really thought about what the tunnel looks like, man.
No. I'm not talking about the tunnel. I'm talking about right here. You and me, you getting ready to play in your first NBA game.
Honestly, no. You know, nothing prepares you for this, man. No matter how many high-pressure situations that you face, this is different, man.
Or what about the open run I got your invitation to? You know, things got a little heated between you know who, yeah?
Well, yeah, that was dope, but we didn't have 20,000 people watching us, man.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's different.
All right, then.
It's different.
Hey,
it's different.
Yeah.
But hey, look, though, I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you gotta go win that game.
No doubt.
Yeah, so make Plainview proud, yeah?
You already know what it is, P.
You know.
Plainview.
And tonight, we've all been waiting for the start of a brand new NBA season. The home crowd is pumped up and ready to go. We might even see the debut of MP in this one. Welcome, everyone, to a new season of the NBA. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us at 2K Sports are. As we get ready to start the season, Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited.
Dallas. Washington's checked in for Davis, and Exum subbed in for Klay Thompson. And Grant, a look here at MP, this year's first-round draft pick. He grew up outside of Chicago, and what a moment for him to enjoy his first NBA minutes.
And you talked to MP about his time growing up, and he shared that he studied Jordan and the Bulls. It's a dream come true for him to step out onto an NBA court and try to follow those footsteps.
On the court for San Antonio, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Castle is out there with MP, and it's Vassell in at the three.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win now mode, Allie. Thank you. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Gafford, he's checked in from Dallas. Prosper comes in for Marshall.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. The three is up. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Paul. MP's got 8.
You like to see the young confidence from MP. Just fires right back with an answer of 3.
They set the pick. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Spurs lead by 4. From deep, MP. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
"51 seconds left now in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Rebound by San Antonio.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's MP. And there's another one for the Spurs.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Irving looking around. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter to win the run, and he lays it in. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
This man is a 3-level scorer, and this level by the rim, there is nobody like Kyrie Irving in that touch he has.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Irving with it, puts up a deep 3, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. MP getting it done for the Spurs. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. We'll be right back after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Dante Exum is out there with Kyrie Irving. then it's Washington, then there's Caleb Martin, and it's Gafford in at the center position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The basket's good off the assist from Fox. MP's got 5 points now this quarter.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Pass to Gafford. Martin with the ball. Here's the teardrop. Rejected by Barnes. On the wing, MP. Fires for three. And San Antonio hits again from deep. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
You know, after playing as a starter most of his career, Keldon Johnson showed he can act as a sixth man if needed, Richard.
Not every player can make that switch mentally. Johnson brings the same energy as a starter as he does to the second unit. It's a great attitude on that young man.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Mavericks trail by 19. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Mavericks with some changes. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Klay Thompson comes in for Martin. And it's Dinwiddie in for Exum. Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Barnes. Can they get it? To the wing on the left. Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. Sohan with a rebound.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum. Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Here's Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Lively passes to Irving. Hits the three-pointer. Irving's got 7.
This is Irving's mentality. He understands that he is out there to shoot and shoot often, especially off the catch.
Hall laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Spurs lead by 18.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Dinwiddie outside. Out to Thompson. Outside Irving. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Davis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Marshall comes in for Dinwiddie. And Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Vassell comes in for Fox. And we're going courtside for a report on MP.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of anticipation for the rookie MP as he makes his NBA debut tonight. I caught up with him before the game and asked if he had any reflections on his journey here, and he said, I had to grow a lot as a player, not just in skills, but in my approach to the game. He told me that it's been a long journey to get here, but that it's just the first step in the best chapter yet.
Well, Allie, I know a lot of people are excited about MP's potential. Outside Davis. Pass to Marshall. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Irving. Let's go with a 3. Good D by MP.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Irving against MP. Now here's Thompson. Davis down low. Sohan with some nice D.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Hall. Lively grabs the miss.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Outside for Irving. That one goes in. Irving's got 11 points.
Man, Kyrie just has an unbelievable ability to finish in traffic.
Here's MP. Uses the glass on the layup.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Irving for three. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's San Antonio continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. The story.
When you could dominate on the boards like that, this is how it's going to be. Physicality and determination are a winning recipe, Ernie.
All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been. Appreciate you joining us. It's been
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes... The Mavericks making a switch here. Washington's checked in. Hall's checked in for San Antonio. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And so in the game for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. MP is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Castle in at the three.
Let me just say this, Klay Thompson is one of about 10 people in NBA history that you do not want to leave open for a three. The defense has to make it harder for him out there. He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Pass to Lively. Here's Thompson. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here we go, all alone. Here's Hall. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Hall's got 40 points.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Fox against Thompson. Back to Irving. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 now.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this. And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Mavericks trail by 15. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Here's MP. The rebound by Klay Thompson. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And that'll be their only game. Anthony Davis going up top.
Throw it high and watch Davis fly. Wow.
Spurs lead by 13. On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Irving. And Hall gets it to go.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Thompson outside. Fires the three. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
MP right through him. Mavericks trail by 14. Now Irving. 11 points in the game.
How did he break that one? He smoked it.
everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
MP getting it done for the Spurs. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. More 2K action in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Spencer Dinwiddie is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Exum in at small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Exum outside. Back to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
MP drives in, and he banks in the layup. Paul's got 46.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Mavericks trail by 16. Washington outside. Up top, Dinwiddie.
Yo, set it up.
Get him out. Shot clock at 6. Gafford with a screen on Fox. Dinwiddie, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And here's MP from outside. Pure from three-point range. MP's got 14 points now in the second half. Well, the Mavericks shooting only 39% so far in the game. Gafford with a screen on MP. Irving for 3. The shot no good.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
MP shot is off. For Dallas, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Exum. Dallas no good that time either. San Antonio leading by 19.
Stay there.
Here's MP. He got it again. Sensational. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. A big group substitute. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks.
Close this one out.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. MP's got 54 points.
And the 3 ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
Exum passes to Dinwiddie. They can't stop the run with that one. San Antonio's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's Hall. Oh, another one falls.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Christie. Now Washington. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Well, the Spurs shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Spurs.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Rebounded by Johnson. On offense, here are the Spurs. Really controlling it. An 18, and again for three.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Count it.
And give credit to Dinwiddie, taking the hit well and finding a way to power through it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's MP. Yet another bucket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Paul against Dinwiddie. Tries the spin move. Unloads. No good there. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForge.
Great win tonight, MP. Good job, MP. I see.
See ya, MP.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press looking for quotes.
They can hit me up on text, too?
They do. And you want to handle this like you would any regular press conference. You want no comment? No comment. You want to answer? Go ahead and answer. Just remember, everything you say is on the record and has an impact. Most importantly, on your team chemistry and your public perception, okay?
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game has just ended, okay? All I'm asking is that you take a moment to think before you respond. Words can get twisted easily in the league, and what might seem like a harmless bit of bragging could be taken as a slight. A teammate, by an opponent, a coach, you name it.
I'm under a microscope now.
That's right. All part of the business.
Understood.
Great. If you have any other concerns, press or PR related, you know where to find me.
For MP to have a game like that in his rookie year, that's a special accomplishment. He can already score with the best of them.
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it... Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your playing career, which is critical. But you need to remember, you become the best version of you so we can become the best version of us.
Coach, You have to put that on the T-shirt.
I am serious, MP.
Yo, we got this, don't worry.
Nice bucket, MP. I got ball.
Way to hit that! You had enough? On this blind track. Breaking the sweat out here.
Let's go!
Hey, stay focused in your workout today.
Stop running. Strong for you, baby.
More.
Oh, come on. Oh, you saw that? He hit me.
Keep it going. You're like money in the bank.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
All right, MP, you ready? There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
Hottest team in the land coming through.
They got nothing on y'all. We got this.
Let's go, MP.
Don't worry about them, MP. You can beat anyone.
The fans have been waiting for it. They want to see the debut of MP. He'll get a chance to show what he can do as they make their home debut. You can feel the electricity in the building. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against the Warriors, that one will mark.
Spurs making a switch here. Paul's checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Smith is checked in. Hearing scouts talk about MP before the draft, the one concern they had was his hesitation to take over games himself.
And I think that's just how MP is wired, right? He's always been a team-first player, even if that means sacrificing his own shot a bit too often. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And as a coach, Stan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. Here's Van Vliet, and the rejection by MP. And the Spurs with some changes. Barnes, who's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. And it's Paul in for Castle. The Rockets also changing it up. Jock Landale's checked in for Thompson. Tari Eason comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And it's Paul with the ball for the Spurs. 15-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Spurs with some changes. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Chris Paul. The Rockets also changing it up. Şengün comes in for Jock Landale, and Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Jalen Green. And a wide open look for Whitmore. They can't stop the run with that one. And a wide open look for MP. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets trail by 18. Now Whitmore. Outside Holiday. Smith with a screen on MP. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's MP making things happen for San Antonio. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And let's not forget how terrific they've been on the offensive glass, throwing themselves on that backboard and being rewarded with additional points.
They've got Harrison Barnes, MP out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Keldon Johnson. And it's Mamu Kalashvili in at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Barnes can't get it to go. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Grizzlies. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
Well, when you watch MP, you can see the burst he has on the floor. Very explosive young player.
And the Rockets making a change here. Whitmore is checked in. Şengün passes to Thompson. Here's Van Vliet. And it's MP with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Pass to Castle. And they double up MP. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Hall's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
Thompson outside. In the corner, it's Whitmore. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
Puts the move on. Hall, that's good. Hall's got 18 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. A different look now for San Antonio. Wembanyama comes in for Johnson. And it's Vassell in for... He's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the Spurs with possession here. MP inside. Covered by Van Vliet. Hall, that's good. Hall's got 20 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Stolen away. And MP throws it down.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. The Spurs are great at drafting and developing, and in selecting Stephon Castle with the 4th overall pick, they've made a play on upside. He's a versatile wing defender. Shooting and his position were the question marks. Can he be a primary playmaker? Will his three-pointer prove to be reliable? Guys will see that the Spurs are very excited to bring Stephon Castle into their program.
A star talent. Hey, Shams, we so appreciate the reporting you gave us right there. Thank you. Outside, Green. Pass to Smith. Fires the three. And it's MP with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's stolen by Smith.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
From outside the arc, the rebound by the Spurs. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Wembanyama. The three from MP. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The rebound by the Spurs. Hall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jabari Smith.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And so it's San Antonio, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Right back after this break.
You know, for the Rockets, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Splitting the first 2 games. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Spurs.
These guys are playing with intensity. They're relentless on the boards, especially on the offensive end.
Second chance points. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things...
More freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times, it's to ignite it.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Eason's checked in, so on the floor for Houston. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Now here's Van Vliet. Can they get it? And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Nice looking 3 ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Here's Eason. Driving inside. And the dunk by Eason.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Here's Şengün. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. San Antonio's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Johnson kicks to MP. And the layup's good off the glass. MP's got 39.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to Van Vliet. 30 seconds left to play in the 3rd. A 3-pointer is right on target. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. Van Vliet doesn't just hoist them up. His 3-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
Green against Johnson. Here's Van Vliet. The rebound by the Spurs. 1 second left. And MP with the basket on the assist by Johnson. MP's got 41. And so it's San Antonio, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Keldon Johnson, MP out there with Paul. Then it's Barnes, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5. And Şengün throws it down.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
Barnes dishes to MP. For the 3. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Lets it go with the 3. Good, another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And we know how fans love the long ball, right? Especially his fans, because he can hit it from anywhere and go on unbelievable streaks like tonight. I mean, who does it better from distance?
And got it! Another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Eason to end the run. Here's Whitmore. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
A wrecking ball out there. Whitmore plays with power on the glass.
Here's MP. Barnes trying to free himself up. Hall, that's good. MP's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Paul passes to Barnes. He's looking for MD and finds him. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
Houston making a switch here. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Green, he's checked in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Here's MP, and he makes good on the layup. Hall's got 58.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Pass to VanVleet. Hall with the defensive effort.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's MP. Good, that's another bucket.
A 60-piece. Goodness. And it's not his first of the season.
Well, he is tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. Just incredible.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
1:11 left to play in the final quarter. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Fires the three. Buries it from three-point range.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Hall. And the shot goes in.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Here's Green. It's hauled in by MP. And so MP will bring it up for the Spurs. Johnson right side. Back to MP. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. On the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Van Vliet outside. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times.
Great win tonight, MP. MP's an elite shooter already. To come into the league and knock down threes like that, I'm impressed.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with the certainty I have